Hey, Tanner here, gonna help install a smart lock. So this one's done by Kwickset. Really like this model, so here we go. First thing I like to do is lay everything out nice and neat and get all the trash out. It's really easy to lose a screw or something. I'm just gonna peel all this parts off, lay it all out so it's nice and neat. Okay, so most deadbolts are pretty standard. They almost always have 2 screws on the back. So we're just gonna take this off. Sometimes it's nice to use a drill, or you can just do it all by hand. So taking all the parts off, just the top, we don't want to mess with the handle. We're just doing the deadbolt. So I got the old deadbolt completely off. I like to put the screws, everything in the box so we can close that up. Now we're about to put the new smart lock on. Quick little cheap trick. Sometimes if your screw isn't catching, I like to carry a bunch of these wood toothpicks. And what you do is you just stick it in the hole and then break it off. And that's gonna help give your screw something to grab on and make sure it's in there nice and tight. So carry some wood toothpicks around with you. It's kind of makes it a lot easier. So when you put your screw in, it'll go in nice and tight. So this next part, you want to get the 2 long screws, the back plate, and then the front of the lock. And then you just stick the wire up underneath and then put that through the hole just like that. And then I'm going to hold it with my left hand. This is where it can get kind of tricky. Sometimes it's nice if you have someone to help you. But you stick the cable through the hole and then just tuck it down nice and neat down in that little nook. And then use these long screws. I like to just start it off by hand tightening it. And then I'll get it with the screwdriver. So before I tighten these down really tight, I just want to make sure that my lock is square. So I'm just going to straighten it, and then on the back side, I just want to make sure it's all straight and that it's in the middle. And another pro tip is you want them snug. You don't want them too tight. If it's too tight, it's going to strain the lock, and you'll drain through your batteries a lot faster. So make sure it's snug, but not like you don't want to crank on it, or else this tumbler is gonna be kind of slow and it'll burn through your batteries faster. So for the next step, I'm gonna get 2 of these little screws. And they're gonna go in the sides, and what's gonna hold these 2 pieces on. To do that first though, you gotta plug it in. So on here, see, there's a really small little white arrow. You want to make sure that they're facing the same. See how you want to make sure that they're together. Okay, and then what I do is I use my foot to hold the door, and I just tuck this cable thing in there as best I can, and then just kind of tuck it and then snap it in. This is where you put the little screws in the sides. Just want to make sure it's in there good. Now that I got the back piece on, I'm going to put the batteries in. It says door with arrows. Make sure it's pointing. And then I'm going to hold the middle lock button down as I slide the batteries down in there. And I'm going to keep holding that down until it beeps. Once it beeps, I'll let go. It's gonna do its thing. Okay, I'm just gonna twist it, make sure it's smooth, and that's about it.